There's a moment after the music stops. A breath held by the universe. The sound dies, but something lingers, like the ghost of the beat still pacing the walls. That's the moment Naeli lives for. Not the hook, not the drop, not the applause. Just that sliver of stillness after everything else. That's where she feels most at home. That's where the truth lives. The room smelled like dust, coffee, and ambition. Tangled cords looped around cracked chair legs. A stained couch sagged in the corner, and someone had left their energy drink half drunk on the console. Naeli barely noticed. Her focus was pinned to the soundboard, fingers gliding across the levels like a pianist tuning emotion into melody. She didn't look up when they laughed behind the glass. Didn't flinch when one of the producers mumbled something sarcastic about another girl trying to make beats. She just adjusted the EQ, smoothed the mids, cut the bass where it bloated. The mix responded like it understood her. When she finally pressed stop, the room froze.
"This your mix?"
One of the execs asked through the mic. She glanced up for the first time, a head tilted. "No," she said, a voice dry, eyes unreadable.
"It's yours. I just fixed it."
A silence passed. Not awkward, just heavy enough to matter. No one said anything more. She unplugged her headphones and walked out. She hadn't come here to impress anyone. It wasn't even supposed to be her gig. But someone had flicked. Someone else owed her a favor. And so she ended up in a space where her talent could finally be louder than her name. Later that night, after most of the team had disappeared and the city outside had curled into its midnight self, Naeli stayed behind. Organizing files. Cleaning audio. Her hoodie sleeves pushed up, revealing a small inked waveform on her wrist. She didn't hear the door at first. But she felt him before she saw him. He moved like confidence wrapped in skin. Hoodie half on, sneakers untied, tattoos peeking from both forearms. Rheis. The name people whispered like a prophecy. Arrogant. Wild. Stupidly beautiful.
"You the new tech girl?"
He asked casually, leaning against the doorframe like it owed him something. Naeli didn't look away from her screen. "I'm the sound engineer."
"Same thing."
She didn't smile. Didn't even blink. Just clicked her mouse and kept working. That's when she knew she wouldn't like him. And strangely, when she also knew she'd be dreaming about the way his voice hit her skin. They worked together for the first time just past 1 a.m. He brought in a half-finished verse. Said he wanted it raw. Naeli let the track roll, fingers on standby. Rheis rapped, confident, punchy, but he kept tripping on the same line. Kept eating the consonants like they weren't meant to be tasted. She paused the track without asking. "You're swallowing your consonants," she said flatly. "Sounds like soup." He arched a brow.
"You got a degree in insults?"
"No," she said, deadpan. "Just ears." She expected the usual ego, defensiveness, maybe a storm out. But instead, he laughed. A low, amused, dangerous sound. Then he tried the line again, this time sharper, cleaner, cutting like it should. She nodded and hit record. She never complimented him. Never asked about his fame. Never even mentioned his millions of followers or his viral freestyles. That made her the most interesting person Rheis had met in months. Back at her place, the world was quieter. A mattress on the floor. Soundwave art taped to the walls. A notebook filled with audio sketches. No flash, just clarity. She liked it that way. Meanwhile, his place felt cold despite the view. Glass walls, chrome furniture, untouched liquor. Awards collecting dust. He had everything, and yet he kept looking for more. Something real. Something that didn't need to be posted or tagged. They kept working. Nights blurred. Sessions bled into sunrises. They stopped needing full sentences. She'd tilt her head, he'd adjust the tempo. He'd raise a brow, she'd mute a channel. Their rhythm was wordless. It started like static. Barely there. Then slowly, it filled the spaces. She didn't think he'd notice the way she pulled her sleeves up when focused. He didn't think she'd catch how he exhaled before every hook. But they noticed everything. They just didn't say it. One night, as she reached to untangle a cable, he reached too. His arm brushed hers. Skin on skin, not enough to mean something, but just enough to notice. She didn't move. Neither did he. Their eyes met. Something shifted. Then she pulled away. "Don't touch the board until I say so," she murmured, cool as ever. And she walked out. He stood there, staring at the place she'd just been, a strange tension crawling up his throat. He didn't know her. But he wanted to. Not just her body, though God, yes, that too. He wanted to know the silence she worshipped. The kind that made her eyes soft and her voice quiet. And he wanted to know why he suddenly couldn't stop hearing it.